Kraków. Miasto gospodarz. Lotto Eurovolley Poland 2017.
Eine weniger, ja? Abheben, gibst du mehr? Ja. Zeugstep von der Frau zweimal gegen Klopfen. Что там? Нормально боулинг играет, да? А? 20-15. Нормально боулинг играет. Хуёрит, да, шарик? Боулинге потолок зала, туда-куда волны же не вернусь. Так примитивно, так импульсивно.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Krakow, Poland for the CEV European Championship final. It's the gold medal match between Russia and Germany. It should be an absolute cracker. And we have the first to 3 sets, best of 5, coming your way. We have Russia 13 times European champions, haven't dropped a set, all competition up against Germany, inspired under the Italian coach Andrea Gianni in their first European Championship final. Russia, firm favourites, but Germany, last time these two teams met in a European Championship, beat Russia 3-0. The man in your picture, Granking, was phenomenal yesterday, running the plays from the setting position. As we know, Germany were 2-0 down against a strong Serbian side yesterday. They also had 2 match points down as well in the 4th set, and they came back 3-2. Everybody in the press, for example, Lucas Kamper and Zenga de Libero, both mentioned Andrea Gianni's leadership skills as being instrumental in their progress, in their comeback. Russia, well, they absolutely hammered Belgium. They were too high, too physical. Mihailovic was unstoppable through the opposite position, as was Volkov on the outside. He was the top scorer with 23 points. Berezhko, also on the outside, was very dominant, very, very strong. Vlasov and Voltic in the middle for Russia. You'd expect to see the same sides this evening, I'd imagine. Germany, you'd think Tobias Crick, the 19-year-old, will start again. He was in the middle, and he really did turn up under pressure for Germany. 2'11". Kamper, an experienced customer now, the German setter, 31 years old, but he served 6 in a row in that 3rd set, and that really was instrumental in that German comeback. Watch out, though, Georgi Groza, the German opposite from Hungarian descent, didn't turn up in the first 2 sets yesterday against Serbia, but when he did in the 3rd and the 4th, it gave Kamper an option, a go-to man who he could keep feeding to score points. Be interesting to see if Andrei starts in the middle or whether they put the best middle blocker of the 2014 World Championship, Marcus Bohm. He came in yesterday and he did a stellar job in that middle blocker position. Christian Frame, 27, outside spiker, passed pretty well, and he found rhythm, as did Germany on the whole within the second half of that game really did upset the Serbians, didn't they? They were having all their own way. And that man in your picture, Georgi Groza, 32 now, but just as fearsome. Russia will be aware of him and the damage he can do if they let him into the game. Volkov, Russian weapon of mass destruction, scoring from the baseline, from the outside, blocking very, very well as well yesterday. Groza got 20 points for Germany yesterday. Volkov, even more than that. Mikhailov, an experienced campaigner for this Russian team. Olympic gold medalist from 2012. Some people talking about the Russians as not being as much as a threat on the world stage as they were in 2012, but they've gone undefeated in this competition. Competition that's seen the World League champions and former European champions France knocked out early doors. Christian Frome, you expect him to start. Ruben Schott, he might make an appearance from the bench just to stabilise the reception unit. Caliberda, you think he'll start as an outside hitter. Maybe 7 or 8, Andrei Bohm, that'll be interesting. What do they go with experience? They're both experienced, but Bohm has got more caps. Georgi Groza, 9, he's the man to watch out for. Kamper will be the setter, I'm sure. Zenga the libero. Vlasov, Volcic, Grankin, Volkov, Bereshko, you'd expect all of those ones to start. Bereshko on the outside with Volkov, Grankin, the setter, he's phenomenal. Watch out for him, the number 5. Mikhailov will start opposite, there's absolutely no doubt about that, but Zigulov was very happy talking to the press yesterday about the Russian performance. You'd think that he will be starting on the bench and potentially being used as an opposite replacement, or possibly coming on for a setter just to add more presence on the front court. That is pretty much it. We are almost ready to rumble here in Krakow for gold at this European Championship. That has been a very dramatic and very entertaining one, to say the least. Players are ready and they are warm. Kamper really did. There was a dig at a crucial time yesterday that he made. The captain of Germany sliding across the baseline, full stretch to keep the ball alive. Germany went on to win that point, and it changed the dynamics in the final set. Not only that, in the third set, he went on a run of serves of 6, and it gave Germany a 16-10 lead against Serbia, and it really did start to build belief and momentum within the German camp. Big times call for big players, and Kamper really did stand out for me. Martinuk the libero, watch out for him. There are no bad Russian national team volleyball players, that's for sure. Germany versus Russia. We will have time for national anthems, and then we will be ready to go. Can Gianni get one more big result out of his German team? Can he cause an upset? The former Slovenian coach who got Slovenia up to Group 2 of World League, but also to a European final. He did fine things for Germany, for Slovenia, and now he's doing it for Germany as well. Can Germany win their first European Championship here in Krakow tonight? Can Russia win their 14th? Everybody knows who the favourite is, as we stand for the national anthems. Germany have heart, belief, and desire. Can Kamper team up with Grosser to cause a huge upset against this strong Russian team? Russia look focused. They are ready. They're a Russian team that have only won one of the last 12 European Championships. That was in 2013, beating Italy 3-1. They're looking to make their 14th. Grankin, just watch out for how smart he is. Such a clever playmaker in that position. He manages to still set fast when the ball's 6 or 7 meters off the net. So there's all sorts of problems for the opposition block. It's going to be interesting to see how Tobias Crick, the youngster, if he does start, how he manages to keep up with the outstanding setting of Grankin. High fives all round for Russia. Volkov scored 18 points last night. I thought it was more than that. We're about to meet the starting sixes. Will they change anything? Do you change something if it's not broken? You don't need to fix it. Referee, the man on the stand is Marszek from Poland. Backed up with Gorinski, both experienced referees. I'm expecting for Russia to see Vlasov, Bolfic, Grankin, Volkov, Berezhko, Mikhailov and Martinuk. Germany are going to be introduced first. In which case, Caliberda is outplays his volleyball in Italy. Bohm does get the nod. That's a change from yesterday. Keeps his place, Marcus Bohm. He'll be playing in the middle. Who with, we'll see. Grosser starting again. Had a rest last year, Grosser, but now he's back in the German mix and he's making a difference. Kamper, hair in a ponytail this evening. That's a little bit different from yesterday. Tobias Crick, he's the other middle. He gets the nod. And Zenger is the libero. Germany playing in their first European final know that they're changing the culture of the sport in their country. Kamper starts at 1, the setter. Grosser at 4, Crick and Bohm in the middle. Caliberda on the outside with Frome. We've made it. Just, there's the man in charge. Andrea Gianni making big changes to German volleyball after Vitaly Hanin does such a good job steering this German side to a third at the World Championships in 2014. Here come Russia. Vlasov, Volkic, Volkov, no surprise there. Berezhko keeps his place, absolute weapon behind the baseline as well. Mikhailov is in 17, 22 is Martinuk, so it's completely right with the Russian lineup. So you're going to be able to see the setter, Grankin, starts at position 6, Mikhailov opposite starting at 3, Volkic and Vlasov, the middles, Berezhko and that man, point scorer, Volkov on the outside. Coach Shaplinnikov was very happy, very respectful towards the Belgians yesterday, knowing that they're a very good team and this team played very well. They're too high, too hard at times, this Russian outfit, and Germany are going to have to be at their very, very best to compete and stay close. Camper. There's a man, not the most physical, highest jump serve that you'll see, but so effective. 6 in a row yesterday, 0 in a row today. A lot of pressure standing on that baseline in a gold medal game. Camper goes to position 1. He's going to penetrate round. He's got 3 front court attackers, though. That's going to help him out. Volvic, who serves first. Grosser, out of sync, out of system. Patient blocking from Russia. Bereshko just hangs and swap blocks Grosser. That's not the start that Germany would have wanted. 2 of their main players. Camper misses a serve. Grosser gets shut straight down. Camper uses the middle. There's the youngster, quick. He is quick as well. Phenomenal prospect. Just 19 years of old, keeping senior players out of the team. 2 meters 11. Caliberda, 2 serves for Germany. 2 that miss out. Mikhailov. They need a big performance from Mikhailov, Russia. No Mazursky nowadays in this Russian outfit. Had his problems with the 2016 Olympics and has decided that after not going to Russia, he's decided not to come back to the national outfit. Doesn't seem to affect him too much, but in those big games against the likes of Brazil and big nations like that, they would probably like him back. Great cover from Grosser on the right side. It means Frome's in the game on position 4. It's a dig. This should really be a Russian point. Great tempo, but great blocking as well from Bohm. He sees everything. His vision is great in the block. Germany have started very efficiently. 3 in the block now as the ball goes to the outside, so it's just a roll. So Caliberda makes the dig. Grosser with a chance to rain down some pain, but 3 in the block from the Russians. Mr. Volkov loves a little bit of showboating. If that rally right there is setting the tone for this evening's game, we are in for an absolute treat here in Krakow. Grosser shut down twice already. Volkov, he is not cocky, but he is very confident, that young man. Overpass point for Russia, surely. Yeah. You do not need to give Vlasov 2 invitations to put an overpass away. Sloppy stuff from the front court receiver. You'll see teams at times put pressure on the front court receiver. It's very difficult to have to pass the ball and then make an approach for spiking. Frome was the target. Wouldn't be a surprise if the jump serve was at him again. Oh, ace from Russia. No spin on it. It's a high toss serve for a quick, sharp, floating contact. It's moving in the air. It drops short on Christian Frome. Timeout Germany. Gianni is under a bit of pressure. Caliberda and Frome both throwing their shoulders underneath it.
The first receive, big server, the first receive, first side out. Our time.
Pretty basic instructions from Gianni. A man that's seen it all. He's one of the best players ever, Gianni. 3 World Championships for Italy, playing outside and middle as well. Vlasov, big, big unit. Huge. Volkov has started this game exactly as he finished against Belgium. Bullying, service, reception, outfits from opponents. The last one was a float serve. This one, he's absolutely trucked through. All Frome does is throw his hands at it timidly, and the ball batters his arms and disappears into the stand. Now it's a float serve. He's changing everything up. Frome is feeling very uncomfortable. The court's feeling very big, but he scores. Good work, Christian Frome. 3-7. The court, when you are not passing well and you're not comfortable, the court gets very big, very, very quickly. More service pressure, this time from Germany. Net touch somewhere along the line against VĐ. Maybe his foot went underneath that centre line. See, in all elite forms of volleyball and beach volleyball nowadays, that, yeah, there you go, foot went under the line. Service pressure is a balance between risk and reward. If you don't serve tough, technical timeout, Russia lead by 4. If you don't serve tough at this level, the pass becomes a lot easier to get into the setter in front of them at 2.5 or 3, and it really is easy for teams to side out at the pace that they're playing at. So you really do have to put the service reception units of the opposition under pressure. So you'll see some miss serves, but they'll accept the fact that they will miss serves at times because they have no choice but to play that way. Russia by 4, Volkov. And that serve, it's teasing, it's tantalising. Same toss every time, but sometimes he comes through it with a whip and gets over the top of the ball. Lots of power, lots of spin. The next time he's just taking pace off of the ball, and it's a short, flat contact with the hand, and the ball floats everywhere at speed. It really does put the passer in a horrible psychological situation. Volkov is now sitting at 6, so he's going to be a threat on the pipe attack. Granking is on the front court, so you might see Germany use position 4 in their offense just to try and go over or through the setter. No, they have to go to 2 because the pass is off. Grosser. Oh dear, Georgi. Nothing Gianni can do. Again, the pass is not in a good spot, so everybody knows on the Russian team that the only place that ball can go is to Grosser across the court, so it gives Russia a chance to get 3 on him in the block, and adequate time to get there because the set's so high. These blockers are very, very fast. And even Grosser can't get through 3 big Russian blockers at 2:05, 2:10. Frome can get over the top of the setter, though. He struggled with his pass early on here, but sets slightly more inside. Grankin jumps into the angle, leaves the line alone. Frome takes it. Give him an inch, he'll take that inch. Calabreda goes to the front court, Frome on the back. Martinuk gets his first chance to pass. Oh, quick offense. Look at Grankin. Gets a lot of satisfaction out of his setting. Again, middle so quick. But VĐ is just as quick out to the stick. No time for the middle blocker of Germany to help the 2 blocker out on that occasion. Great passing. Marcus Bohm, best middle blocker from the 2014 World Championships when Vital Heinen was the coach, now the Belgian coach. He'll be supporting the Germans tonight, I'm sure. Smarts from Grankin. He knows it was an overpass. He went up to try and set it and then left the ball alone, but unfortunately I think there was a net touch against the Russian skipper. Bohm again, he's scoring points, isn't he? Whether it's in the middle or from the service line. He's finding ways to score. Out of system again. This is potentially encouraging for Germany. Great scoop from Frome, who's playing 5. Bone is playing 6. That's different than usual. Usually Libero is on, but not at the moment because the middleman served. Second time Frome playing 5. Gets caught out. First time of asking, it was very nice defense with the left hand getting underneath the ball. Still quick tempo, isn't it? Finds Bereshko, this time hitting from that right side position. Faster you move the ball, the tougher it is for the blocker to get into good positions where they can form their block into the face of the hitter and into the middle of the court. And you'll see Grankin just play as fast when the ball's well out off the net and out of system as well. It's incredible. High and wide, this time Volkov doesn't go cheering to the crowd, does he, when he fires one well and truly out the back. No show voting now because Russia, after a pleasing start, are struggling for a little bit of rhythm. Yet to drop a set in the entire tournament. More fast plays. Too fast, too furious. This time Volkov does score. It's a great camera angle, that, just for anybody who plays, just to see how fast Russia run their game. And they're big, big guys. I mean, Volkov is 2 meters 1. It's about 6'7", 6'8", I think. Caliberda from the right side squeezes one off the block. Germany trading. Wasn't a great start for Germany, but they're starting to realise they belong in here and that they can score against Russia. Off the outside hand, Volkov. Great dig from Caliberda, just sitting deep at 6. He now stands up as the ball goes back to Mihailov. He went hard the first time, and the thing is, when you're as big as Mihailov, even a tip just comes so fast at you. Russia finished 6th in the World League this year. It's not been a great year for them. This would cap it off and be positive. Mihailov goes long. Tight again for Grankin, but he does very well to spin round the ball, flip it to his middleman, puts the ball away. Another class bit of work. Teams up with Vlasov. Vlasov is so high. It's not even taking that at its highest possible point. There's still a lot of bend in the elbow. Still such a commanding figure. Forza lead. Vlasov is back, and that's another bullet. Camp is chasing after this one. He can only stand it up for Frome, and that's a brutal swing from the German wing spiker. All Camper can do is stand that up. Comes right the way across his body. Martinique is nowhere near it. Again, Martinique puts him just out of system. It's still a quick inside play. Mihailov this time is owned, denied by Marcus Bohm. This is not the Russia we expected. Germany are finding ways under Gianni to manipulate the play and put the big guns of Russia under pressure. Some great blocking from Bohm. 2 or 3 times we see great vision. Martinique again is all at sea with the pass. Chance again for Germany to get it back to 1. Camper running the show here on the pipe. Fantastic, but Martinique with outstanding defense. Second chance, Camper. Duck from Mihailov. No way from Grankin. What a rally this one is. Grosser, can he finish it? Yes, he can. Rally of the weekend so far, finished by Georgi Grosser. Outstanding play from Grankin, Mihailov, Camper. All of the big players are coming to the party in this final. Wow. Martinique just nothing you can do but stand still and stick an arm out. He gets rewarded. And that's some set to find your pipe attack from Grankin. Finally, Grosser quietens the Russians. Another ace. Grosser is firing up the furnace here. Martinique falls to the floor, can't get his arms behind the ball and hold a solid platform to the target. If Russia were not wary, now they are. They've called a timeout because Germany have won 4 in a row. And this is maybe the first time that we have seen Russia really, really sweat throughout this competition. Grosser comes out, has to decelerate his serve. That's long though from Mikhailov, not happy. He might look for a challenge here. I'm pretty sure from where I'm sat that that's long, but the timeout didn't work for Russia because Grosser just chose to take a bit of pace off the serve to be safe, because he knows that sometimes the situation brings pressure in this game. Yeah, it's long. Challenge wasted from Russia. Although I have got a few wrong this weekend in the Final Four. Oh, hang on, that's a change. It's a complete change of camera angle. It's in. Mikhailov wins the challenge. It's a great challenge. And Grosser's reign from the baseline is finished. Stay calm in their reception. Camper, one-handed, just tries to lift the ball out to the outside. Now he goes back to Grosser, the cannon. Again, just chewing off the side of the Russian block. He's just gonna keep working the block. He's high. Volcic is a little bit late. He's drifting. He's struggling to get a good finish position over the net. 15 all. I'm excited. I think you guys are as well, because this has been an electric start for this one. Ooh. Frame puts everything into that one. Almost takes the net down, the ref down, and the arena down with him. But Russia go into the technical timeout. 1 point up. Let's have a listen into Gianni.
Remember, the receiver in 2, the set back. In 4, at first tempo, 4. And follow. Bravi, eh?
Russia are being made to work. We didn't see this yesterday from Belgium. Mikhailov, he's been effective, but he hasn't had everything his own way. The likes of Froome, Grosser, it's just keeping Germany in the mix. Volkov again, effective, world-class, definitely. They're just not having it all their own way as they have done so much. Brechko playing on that quick tempo. See, not everything has to be hit 100% when it's going that quick. It's nowhere near 100, he's just guiding the ball down the line and scoring. Back to the game, Grankin. Good time this for Russia if Grankin can get some joy on his serve. He's on the back court, Mikhailov's on the front court, so he's in the block as well. They go to the middle, they maybe don't want to take on Mikhailov's block, but now he gets the hit. 2 in the block, big chase on, but that's a chance here for Russia. Mikhailov, oh, steep, thunderous swing from Mikhailov. Grosser almost slide tackling underneath the ball to try and keep the ball alive. 2-point game. This is where Russia, if they're as good as we all know they are, will just pull away, but there's a bit of distance left to go in this one. Goenkin's frustrated. Camper's still on the front court, so slight, I think, advantage to the Russians throughout here just because of the rotation. Russia have 3 blockers. 3 front court attackers, sorry. You always have 3 blockers. Sometimes your setter's obviously blocking as well. It's not quite as effective. Mihailov scores again. I think it's Mihailov. No, it's Kludka. Now he gets a chance to serve as well. Back set on the 10. Grosser just tries to absolutely bury that one, but the contact's off. You would not want to get hit by one of those spikes from Georgi Grosser, but he's definitely in the game and he's definitely up with the pace. Germany are 3 down, but they won't be too disheartened by that. Outside, Caliberta left one-on-one, and if there's probably one guy in this whole game that you do not want to be left one-on-one with in that situation, it's Mihailov. Timeout, Germany. Now they're in struggle town. Just sizing up his play, watching the player come in. The line's very, very good. Balanced form in the air, and then he's pressing hard, taking time away from the spiker. Quick timeout. Don't think he has any left now, Gianni. Pass is good on Caliberta. No, it's not. It's a little bit tight. Net touch against Volkov. He's complaining. He's unhappy. Wears his heart on his sleeve, that man, doesn't he? You can tell what sort of mood he's in. Hand over called against him. Camper serving. Can he reproduce the form that we saw in the semi-final? It's a float serve to position 1. They get the middle in there. Russia, second chance though. Camper penetrating through, uses the pipe attack, and it's that man, Ruben Schott, who's played a fair amount in this competition. He's in really to provide some consistency and reception, but not only does he prove how good he is in that aspect of the game, this pipe attack is excellent. Click taking the block. Second tempo attack coming through position 6, back to 2. Camper whips that one much faster, quicker, but it's agonizingly close but long. 3-point game. Chigolov is waiting patiently. Challenges on his Germany. Just asking the question whether it was in or out. Well, it looks just out. Picture unavailable, so the referee's decision stands. The line judge's arm is completely in the way. Worst possible position for the line judge. But it looks like it was out regardless. Volvic is gone. Zigolov is in to serve. Specialist service substitution. Just brought in to try and extend this 3-point lead. Huge serve. Shane's done well just to get a hand on it. Grosser takes pace off the ball. The tip does cause problems for Russia. It's a tip-off as Mihailov does exactly the same. Maybe there's a touch off that from Caliberta. No, they might challenge this one again. Unsure how many they've got left. They looked straight to the second referee. Germany not happy here. Martini with good reactions. Putting his arm on the ball and swan diving underneath it. Let's have a look here. Oh, it looks like Vlasov was on the way down. Potentially no touch off the fingertips. They're going to throw everything they have at this. No touch, as we thought. Great finishing position from Vlasov. Look at how his fingers and shoulders and hips all facing back into the centre of the court. It's impressive. No space between the blockers at the net as well, so there's no space for the ball to go through. It's very disciplined stuff. Zhigalov has done his job coming in here as well. Big southpaw ace down the line. That's the fastest line he can hit. Zhigalov does it extremely well for Russia. Calibrator cannot get any type of angle to his target off his arms. He's rushed, he's struggling. Good substitution. Slightly out of system. Middle is in the game though. Tobias Crick. You keep feeding him, he will keep scoring. 19-23. It's impressive from Crick. I mean, Vlasov is one of the best in the business throughout his position, and Crick keeps scoring. Substitution Zhigalov has done his job. Vovic is out as well. Sorry, he's back in, but then he's replaced by the libero. Calibrator needs to dig deep for Germany here. They have got a lot of heart under Gianni. Ridiculous. From that man, Mihailov can just grit his teeth, Gianni. 24-19. They've really hung in there well, Germany, and they've played some great volleyball at times, but as we said, the sign of a real class team is they just pull away when it matters. Service pressure, they made a couple of big blocks, big plays, and now they have 5 set points. It is Mikhailov ready to serve again, going through the ball. It's a big thud of a jump serve. Camper is well in system. It's a sloppy set that misses the middleman. It's 2 inside for Frome. So first chance taken from Mikhailov. It's Russia that putting a demanding performance to take the first set of this men's European Championship final. Russia lead Germany 1-0, 25-19. Phenomenal stuff from the Russians, really. Said it was so close. Germany really did lift their performance, their body language. They were making plays, making points. But Russia just have this ability to knock the wind out of the opposition's sails by the way that they serve at times. 3 aces from Russia, that proves the point that I was just talking about. More attacks, more blocks as well that you potentially expect in this game because of the physicality that they bring to the court on the front line. More digs from Germany though. You can make as many digs as you like, but if you can't put them away, you're always going to be struggling. As we have a little look of what was a dominant display from Russia, but Germany are playing some great ball as well. Here's some replays from the first set. So Russia lead Germany in this gold medal match by 1-0. It's not that Germany haven't played well, it's that Russia, when they've needed to pull points out the bag, do it without even breaking a sweat. It's been a Good start for Georgi Grosser. He's the main weapon for Germany. And when his service got going throughout that first set, you really did see Russia start to panic, and they're a little bit scared. But they really need consistency from Grosser. The problem with Germany at times is they get a bit too reliant on their opposite man, and they give him too much of the ball. Becomes a little bit predictable. Campus starts. Let's have a little look who else we've got. We've got Marcus Bohm as well, the middleman. Frome starting at 6. Libero comes straight back in. That's exactly the same. That is Julian Zenger. Grankin, the Russian captain, will start serving. Good thing for him, starts at position 1. It means that Mikhailov is straight on the front court. Wasted opportunity from Grankin. Camper, ball in hand against Serbia, who served 6 in a row when they were 2-0 down, and for me that was the defining moment of the whole game. That's a good start. Martinuk passes the ball pretty straight. One-on-one on the outside, no, but the ball's still alive. Grosser was already celebrating, he might get a go to hit note, go to the middle. Kruku's hardly missed one all day, can't score. Mikhailov can't score either, he goes long. Is there a challenge coming, potentially for a touch? Not quite sure. Some cover from Russia. I mean, Grosser was so high over the net, pressing very, very much into Russian territory. Credit where credit's due, they were waiting patiently, the Russia cover unit underneath the block. Campbell with a miss serve, you can see how frustrated he is with that. Zenger puts the ball into a great area. They love running the pipe when the pass is good. Grosser's excited. It's great when your big player's so excited for somebody else to score a point. Selfless act from him. But Krik is in at good time. Frome is on that second tempo just behind, and because the pass was good, the middleman took Volvich's block, and it just gave a moment for Frome to attack through that pipe. Block was off balance, not quite formed. Wipe off that all day. 3-2. Zenger, again, putting the ball into good areas. Grosser this time, 2 on him, shows it's not all about power. Sometimes it's about placement, just rolls the ball down the line. Pretty sure the libero wasn't on then, so maybe a deliberate tactic. Let's have a look here. The middleman is defending 5. There you go, going down Kim style. Struggling with the short ball. Three in the block for Russia. Second chance, Mikhailov surely can't miss out on this one. He does again. Interesting time, Russia lead by 3, but actually the most interesting component of this set is that Mikhailov has fired long twice. He's the main weapon, really. If he's not firing, the pressure then goes to Volkov, and we know what he's like emotionally. He gets really into the game, but he's always bailed out. Ace from Germany, now they're cooking. Vlasov, just have a rest, have a seat on the floor, buddy. There's a unhappy customer, the Russian coach. Man of few words, but those eyes tell you everything. This time Mikhailov does get back involved in the game and actually manages to score a point. Quick feet inside the ball, one-on-one against Frome. Ooh, through the gap, field goal. So Mikhailov goes to the backcourt. That means the setter now is on the front. So Germany again will get a little bit of luck here. Mikhailov is having a mare in this set, really. 3 mistakes to 1 kill so far. But now if they can feed the ball to the outside, Camper is also on the front court as well, so it means slightly weaker blocking from both sides, but Grosser has now got the ball in hand, so a real opportunity to get 4 or 5 in front. Oh, ace! It's clipped the back line. Georgi Grosser just as he did in the first set. He's leading the charge here for Germany. Look at the body going through the ball. It's a quick arm, the ball's always dipping. It's an experienced Russian passing unit, but nothing they can do about that. Germany lead by 5. The confidence they gained in the first set, even though they lost by 6, stayed with them. They're doing well. It's here to Gianni.
Seid mutig bei den Dankebällen. Wenn wir die Chance haben, den Ball ans Netz zu schieben, ich spring nicht beim ersten Tempo mit, das ist der erste Tempo spielen.
So here we go again. Russia come together to have a quick chat and a quick moment together before they make their call and make their way back out onto this court in Krakow. They're yet to drop a set. Those German faces ooze belief, don't they? They're going to back themselves in here. More service pressure. Great work from Georgi Grosser. They need a big performance from him, the Germans. Chipping away. Out of system, but what a set that is. Gives a chance for him to chew, but Krankin. The cheek of it. Catches Germany napping and thrown. Again, it's just another useful thing to do for a setter, to utilise that second touch, keep the blockers guessing. Quick to the outside, this time from Camper, something you usually see from Grankin. He then just flips it from a low position. Cover is good in defense. Quick ball from Bohm, who just tips the ball away. Has to go to the outside because they know that Camper is running late. Grosser from downtown. Harlov playing defense like a libero, and then he puts the ball down the line, but it's long. (9-4). Not many people would have expected this, but can Germany just keep their composure, stay calm throughout this period? Set is on a sixpence, no way! Vlasov says, suffer that, Germany. That is one of the steepest swings we have seen all evening, off a very good serve as well. Martinique puts the ball on an absolute plate for Grankin, who can just put the ball in the path of Vlasov. Thudding blow. Shaky platform this time from Germany. Chance to go to the outside through Calibrerde. A little bit of a chest shot on Mihailov. Net touch potentially. Yes, net touch given. Things are starting to go the way of the Germans. Net touch, they go off the middleman. Yeah, twice actually, Mr. Volvic. Good reactions all the same, sir, but high toss, jump serve from Calibre this time, brings it back to the line. Martinique's just on form, isn't he? And again, that connection from that angle, it's very difficult to get the ball in front of the setter, and then Grankin just, he's phenomenal. Gets his feet around that ball, opens up, gets around it, puts the ball in the path of Volvic, who makes up for the previous error. Sloppy toss on the jump serve from Grankin. Grosser, absolute train. Fortunately, too long from him. Grankin decides to jump serve that one. Germany know that the pipe attack for them is a weapon. Where they sometimes struggle is they know they can't run the ball to the outside because they know they've got Mikhailov there. So what they're trying to do is use the pipe and keep Mikhailov's block out the game. So Frome is there running that channel through the middle, and it's working nicely. Karloff is a big blocker. That's Galika who routine stuff from the wing spiker, hitting from the right side in that rotation. Germany. That boy is, well, it's not a boy, he's very much a man. That's 19 years old. But he is playing like an experienced pro out there. Martin flirting with the net. It's another point for Germany, it's another point for Crick. It's just dying down a bit now. And Germany will really appreciate the fact that it's dying down because they're in complete control. No handover from the youngster. Gianni is sensing something special. There's a lot of talk about Gianni. Ace! I say it's calming down. And then Caliberda makes another big serve. Yes, the net was on his side, but it was hard, it was powerful off the net band to the right of the receiver. Timeout, Russia. Germany have won 3 in a row. Let's have a little listen into the Russian timeout.
Ничего не забили, мы сами проигрываем сейчас. Внимание! Подача, Фром! Исключите либера!
Germany are taking the wind out of the Russian sails within the second set. Bohm has been an inspired decision to bring back into this German starting lineup. Sliv Andrei, bit of experience. He's got very good vision in his block. He can see the pipe attack coming as well from Russia. Grosser goes late. It was delayed in the approach. He's hitting it on the way down that time from Volkov. Grosser, the money-making machine in this German team. He is going to have to rain points for Germany. So far, so good. Would have been interested to have been a fly on the wall in the German, in the Russian timeout. They've come out firing again. Volvic, this time you just see it's a fast contact on the serve. The ball's floating very close to the top of the net and then it's dropping. It makes it horrible to receive. So they decide to receive overhand this time, Germany, and it's paid off. Oh, there's a gator in there from Russia. Quick play from Quick. The ball's pinballing around the Russian side of the net. They managed to just stay with it, get the ball over, but Germany insistent. He really is giving a tough time to Vlasov and Volvic in there, the young German. Way to sit still from Caliberda. He just sits and absorbs the defensive play. Grosser going underneath the net. I don't think he did, so it's another point for Germany. 16-10. We go to the technical timeout. They're making digs. They're using the middle Germany. They're serving well, and it's Russia's time to potentially sweat. They haven't lost a set for the entire competition, and Germany is 16-10 up here in the second.
На блоке Строша. Решил прыгать. Принял решение. Все. Внимание. Погнали.
Anche se c'è la palla qua, i giochi veloci, se tu anticipi sulla diagonale stretta, cioè lui non proprio, ma sai, è lento, quindi quando tu arrivi a fare il contrattacco,
One reagują na wasz głos dźwięk. Zobaczymy, która wygra. Jedziemy na rynek w Krakowie. Uwaga. 3, 2, 1, start.
Russia first out, back onto court as we have a look little look at some highlights. Two big weapons, one's to watch, Mikhailov and Grosser. Two experienced opposite players. Grosser really did lead this German team to a bronze in the World Championship alongside Kamper. Service received from Volkov is under pressure. You know that Russia is struggling out there. That's scrappy, but it's a good decision. The ball's played very quick from the pass, so it means that it accelerates through the set as well, so then they can just wipe off the block, knowing that the block have less time to actually set up themselves. More errors. Mikhailov, that's at least two that he's missed from the baseline here, alongside another 2 or 3 errors in his offensive play. That's not the Mikhailov that we're used to, it's not the one that we see all the time, but Germany have got in the Russian heads here. Grosser, can he fire one up here? He can. Volkov has passed well off the net. There is no middle, but Mikhailov steams through the 10 attack. Kamper is equal to it. Somehow, some way, Frome smuggles that ball through Russian customs. He had no right to do that. Decides to pick on the block of Grankin. No surprise either, smaller block. Not as good a block as the middleman. Tongues out, guns out from Frome. Grankin speeding up the play, off the head of Kamper. Net touch somewhere. Big net touch. VĐ comes in, Mikhailov is out. Didn't see that yesterday, did we? It's a double substitution just to keep 3 blockers on the front court. Big time, Volkov, big player in this team, top point scorer yesterday. Fantastic from Kamper. Kamper can take full credit for that. It was a good pass, but it was fast and it was tight. Kamper could only get one hand on it, guide it towards Bohm, but these two players have played together for years. They know each other inside out, and Bohm is right on time in the right place. He couldn't go anywhere else, Kamper, but luckily, because of the pass was so tight, the middle block of Vlasov was taken with the setter Kamper, and Bohm could side the ball out for Germany. Perfect passing. Stop. Grosser. Russia at your peril. Unstoppable. He was nowhere the first 2 sets against Serbia. Grosser, it wasn't the Grosser again that we're used to. But at this minute, he must have gained big confidence, but he's also a big game player. You'd have him in your team in these situations. More good service pressure towards position 1. It makes it very difficult for Vď to use all of his options. Double touch against Caliberda. Not going to argue with the first referee that. Kirkev coming in. Shot comes in, that's a substitution we've got used to. Frome disappears out of the action. Frome goes, shot comes in. Shot's just there again, as we said before, for just bringing a little bit of stability within the passing unit across that back line, but he's also contributed early on with some good attacks through the backcourt, the pipe attack as well. Oh, there's an ace. That's exactly what Russia and Vlasov needed. The crowd are quiet. Anyone would think that the Polish public would want Germany to win this one. Slow, he's quite far back. It's maybe caught in decision-making problems of whether to pass that underarm or to whether to obviously pass overhand. Does go underarm now, Caliberda. Chews through that one, but it's straight into the block of Russia. Poor defense, really, from Vlasov. He's not in the team to obviously sit at 5 all day and absorb big swings from Germany. Vlasov is going to leave now and be replaced by the libero. Hirsch is in. Hirsch has been used as a specialist server throughout this competition. Yesterday very much did do his job at important times against Serbia. Timeout. Smiles from Hirsch because he's actually aware why Russia have called that timeout, is to stop his rhythm and his momentum, so it's a bit of a backhanded compliment from Russia to try and slow down the play. Crowd are loving it. So, Camper's on the front court. He's got Crick with him. Just see how big he is. 2'11" next to Frome. Camper under pressure. Flips the ball on the reverse, and Grosser yet again pulls Germany closer to this second set. To bring it back to 1-1 would be huge for Germany, not just for confidence, but it would really knock Russia sideways. Gianni's happy with his main man. That's what he's demanding from his opposite, to stay aggressive, be positive, and go through the block. Have no respect for the Russian blockers. Martiniuk, fantastic, just moves slowly and he's relaxed with the platform. Sigalov does the rest. The libero's taken quite a lot of responsibility for Russia so far. Hirsch does his job. Fist pumps all round on the way out. Bohm is back in. He'll be replaced by the libero anyway. Yeah, Martiniuk got to be impressed. Mikhailov is back in to come back to the front row. Sigalov stays in to serve, so there's no setter on court. They don't need to set it anyway. Shot, as we said previously, absolutely loves going down that pipe attack. I think they've used it 3 or 4 times, Germany. They've been successful each and every time. Sigalov is out, Grankin is back in. 8 points. Russia yet to lose a set in this European Championship, and Germany look like they're just about to steal one. Martiniuk again, just showing how consistent he is. Great blocking from Crick, managing to keep his eyes on his opposing middle blocker. Now they get a chance on the outside from Grosser. Oh, Grankin has just popped the ball up for his middle man. I think it's off the head of Crick. It was so fast. Mr. Crick might be seeing some stars. Germany maybe haven't quite got over the line as of yet. More power from the back line. Camper is out of system. He goes to Grosser, this time on the left, and as we see before from Grosser, he really struggles to access anything but the middle and the line on the left side. Maybe a touch off the block. Gianni is looking for that, but let's have a look at the challenge. Grosser is sure as well that it's taken a touch. It's funny what happens now with touches on the block. People don't admit to them because they want the opposite side to use their challenges up. So the sportsmanship is almost going from the game, because you only get 2 and you use them all of a sudden. There's no point in being honest out there anymore. 23-17, 17 serves 23. Zenger does well. Great setting from Camper, opens up the whole net, but there's 2 waiting for him. The Russian blockers are fast. They get across the net very quickly. They form themselves in the air, and they get one back on Grosser. Oh, sorry, it's Calibreda hitting from the right side. My mistake. Grosser's on the left side. They go back to him now after Calibreda's blocked. Martiniuk does well to get the read. Free ball, surely Germany are going to bring up set point here. Grosser off the block. Maybe not off the block as he goes underneath the net. Russia are finding their best ball at a very important time. It might not be enough here to win this set against Germany, but it's certainly 4 in a row is putting the pressure and the ball well and truly back in the Germans' court. Let's have a little listen into the timeout. Hopefully it's with Gianni.
Vai, ready, yeah? Go, guys. This and out. This and
No challenge needed for that one on Grosser. Russia are getting their way back into this. Scary times for Germany. They need to side out very quick. It goes back to Caliberda. Any touch? No touch. So there's been an error on the right side from Caliberda. Gross has fired long as well. Caliberda's also gone through the block. Surely if they can get the pass in here, Germany, they either need to go to the middle or they need to bring the pipe in, because you need to try and get Gross on them on the outside. Zeng has now turned to leak. They're feeling the pressure. It's all going to pot here, but they get lucky, and it's so lucky. Kamper is rewarded for chasing after the ball outside the aerial. That's a great look on the face of the Russians, because that tells you 1,000 words of just sloppy. They've just taken their foot off the gas. It's important to try and watch the speed of the arm in defense. Hold still and watch the wrist. Kamper plucks that one, but the setting's terrible from Caliberda to get away with it, because Zenger's defensive skills are extraordinary. Another chance to save the set. It goes out to Mikhailov. They're looking for a double touch, Germany, but they haven't got it. Now they go wiping, but Kamper, for the second time this rally, makes an unbelievable defense, and Grosser puts the ball away, and then he stands at the net ready to have an argument with anyone who comes his way. We're going to have a little listen to this. Personally, I would not like to have an argument with Grosser or with Mihailovic. Seeing it hit the floor, that's a... looks to me like they might have a point. Can they challenge, or is it too late? They're holding still. Germany, it looks like it, have taken this second set 25-20. Exciting times here in Krakow. They were so in control, and then Russia started to come back through Ziglov. More attacks from Germany, equal amount of errors. More aces from the Germans. It was Grosser, wasn't it, early on in that second set, who just fired it up. There was one ace that just clipped the baseline. 1-1. Russia have lost their first set of the competition to Gianni's Germany, the team who have never been in a European Championship final. Georgi Grosser starting to score and be effective. He's also starting to have a little bit of a dig at the Russians on the other side of the net. Zenger, high up on the passing percentages. You might think 46% is low. It is fairly low. 57 for Martinique is having a great game, but you think of the service pressure that's coming their way, it's just relentless. It really is. Grosser, top scorer. Volkov, who still the Russians' top scorer, but he's been far quieter than last night, that's for sure. That last point did look like it touched the floor. Russians did have a point to fire up at Grosser in the German team. Wasn't given the Russian way, so Germany bring it back to 1-1 as we have a look at some highlights of what was German dominance for the most part. So there's a short break in proceedings here in Krakow. We'll be back in just 3 or 4 minutes time for the start of the third set. You do not want to go anywhere because this is an absolute classic of a European final. We'll see you very, very shortly. So here we go, set 3. 1-1. Russia have just conceded their first set of the entire competition. Gianni really has got this German team playing together as a unit. And there's belief there. Remember, Germany were 2-0 down against Serbia yesterday at the half-time break after 2 sets. And from all the interviews afterwards from Zenger, the libero, and Kamper, the setter, they both mentioned how he pulled them in the locker room and made them believe in themselves and said, hey, there's a long way to go in this game. And look what happened. Gianni has got this unit and he's leading from the front. 25-20, they took the second set. Russia. Be interesting to see how they react. They're starting with Grankin again setting, so that means opposite will have Mikhailov. There he is, number 17. I think there's a change, possibly Kirkev is in. There's Volkov, 7. Kamper, 11. No surprise there.
Let's make it fair play, calm all the way, okay? Self-discussion through the net. I will not accept, okay, please?
Referee calling the captains, and the captains are the only players who are allowed to talk to the referee. Kamper being told to tell his team to, well, Kamper and Grankin being told to calm it down between the two teams after they almost just got into a bit of a Barney. First one from Calibrators in the net. That's a change as well. Usually Kamper serves first, but this time it's Calibrator. Story's the same. That's in all 3 sets we've seen the first serve missed. Jump float serve coming in from Russia. Vrone puts the ball on point. There he is, the young man, 21. Crick is just keep feeding him the ball, Kamper. He's the youngest man out there, but he's so effective. Doesn't look happy. Shlapnikov. Mid-serve from Quick, but having a great time, isn't he? Look, there's no place he would rather be at the moment. Mikhailov, what have you got for us? What have you got in store here? Because that was not your finest start to the previous set. You didn't really command things. Oh, there's a start, but excellent passing as well, falling away to the left-hand side. Set's pretty tight, so From can only tip away at it. But the cover is good from the number 1. He's out the spiking, so he has to go to Grosser, and Grosser, doesn't matter if you haven't got a wing spiker because he's on the floor, just give it to Grosser. He'll put the ball away. 17. Igor Gruka has started. 20 is Kirkev. So there's a couple of changes from that Russian starting 6 that have been very constant throughout. Grosser with a big, big ace. Look at the celebrations. He's hit it like an absolute rocket. Volkov looks puzzled. Shlebinkov, well, man of few words, but he doesn't look happy. It's fast. It splits the gap beautifully between Kalutka and Volkov. Second one isn't quite as heavy. Relief for Russia as Grosser gets ready to maybe have a little hit through the 10. Passing from Frame. Pipe. The success rate of the pipe from the Germans. It's been near on 100%, whether it's been shot, Froome, or Caliberda through that position. They've been unstoppable. And that's much to the good work of the middle blocker as well, the spiker, taking the block away. Middle play this time from Russia. Welcome back to the game, Kirkev. Mikhailov still on the back court. Russian setter. Grankin on the front. Poses a weakness with the block, but that's tight. So Kamper has no choice but to just throw his left hand at it. But the Russian blocker, they're waiting, they're watching, and they're forming straight over the block. Smiles for Kamper because they're so relaxed. They know they're playing well and they're causing problems for Russia. Martinuk is off on the Russian bench as the middle blocker is serving. He'll run to 5, so there's potential weakness in defense at 5 as well. Grosser, that goes outside. Caliberda fires line, and that is pinpoint precision and accuracy from the outside man wearing 6 on his back. Great speed of the set. One-on-one, we said they target, don't they? That block of Grankin, they just run it fast and wide, and there's a mismatch in the block defense. Bohm, since he's come back into proceedings yesterday against the Serbians, made a big difference. Experienced athlete now, Marcus Bohm. Grankin whipping up another serve. Grosser, lights out from Volkov. High fives all round. Volkov has got his man after they had a spat in the previous set. Great line on the block. Left hand really does match up with the outside shoulder of Grosser. He tries to beat his man down the line. Only one winner that time. Interesting fact now is Grosser had it all his own way in the previous set. Russia now lead by 2. He can't get down on that Grosser. Service received from Germany is still pretty hot all the same. They go back to the outside. I think they just changed the block there and kept Grankin blocking in the middle, and they put the outside, sorry, the middleman, Volcic, in your picture. No, they didn't have Mikhailov, my mistake. They moved around because Grankin served. So sometimes in this game, it moves around so fast that you try and keep up with it. Kamper into the net. 8-6. And out of all these points for Russia, most of them have been because of missed serves from Germany. Let's listen to Gianni. It's just a balance again, isn't it? You know that whatever happens, Germany are the underdog in this. They know that on paper, Russia, experience as well, that Russia should win on paper. So they can throw the kitchen sink at this. They can really go after it with the serve. They can go after it with their swings. So if they do miss a few serves, the bonus point is that Russia don't get any rhythm in their side out and also in their pass. Something that struggled throughout the last set. So don't be surprised if Germany do start to find their rhythm with their serving. Oh, bullet to the chest of Caliberda. Absolute obstacle course for Zenger to set that ball up as well. Easy stuff for Russia, surely. Yes, Volvic. Look at Volkov as well. He is just leading that team out there. Lots of noise. Too easy, this. Martinuk. One-on-one, high. It's quite a wide 3-meter shoot set to the middleman. Volkov now serving, drops it in. Short ace! That's phenomenal. Now he's showboating again. He goes straight up to Martinuk. Wasn't showboating in the previous set, was he? Timeout. But what's really, really impressive about that is that he goes up quite aggressively. He's hit the last few hard, and then he just whips it back on the angle. Caliberda sees it, but it's far too late. Very smart serving. 3 in a row for Russia means Gianni is back under pressure himself to call a timeout. Slow the momentum. Mikhailov, Volfic, Klupka on the front. Golubyev is in playing libero. Great passing. Oh, big reply. And really, as we saw, Volkov really going after his jump serve before the timeout. He's just decided to pop in a jump float. I don't quite understand that. Easy for Germany. Should just stayed with going high risk. 2 in a row for Crick. The 19-year-old is taking this European Championship by storm. Not only in offense, but also in blocking. Take that, Volvic. No celebrations. Maybe just a little one. Dive to the right, perfect passing. That's unbelievable from Russia, from all three of them. Volkov getting served to his right, somehow creating an angle back in front of the setter, who flips it back. Crick has done great, but there's no way he's chasing that one back to Mikhailov. Frome is one-on-one against one of the best players in the world. I wouldn't fancy myself there in the block either. (11-9). Nice, Crick with the serve. More joy for Mikhailov, and service pressure has to be key here. They did serve well, Germany, in the previous set. Pressure was very much on the Russian passing unit. The confidence went from Mikhailov pretty quick with 3 or 4 quick errors as well, but they're finding confidence back again, Russia, and they're scary when they get like this perfect pass from Zenger. They're going to 4 a lot when the setter's blocking. Oh! Frome rains down a little bit more pain on Volkov. No shouting to the crowd again now, is there? His head goes straight down, just like the ball. Frome tries not to give him a look. It's illegal to look through the net in volleyball. 12-10, more bullets from the baseline. Grankin just running the play, still running it quick, putting the block defense under pressure, but Frome has made a good dig, but he's out the offense. But what a play from the back court from Grosser. Grosser again from the back line. He's been effective, hasn't he? It's just consistency. He's a world-class player, but they need more than that from Grosser tonight. They need a legendary performance. An ace now would be great, and there is an ace from Grosser. Look how much it means to Germany as well. He's leading them forward. He's aggressive. He's high. His body going through the ball. Let's have a look at Gianni. Did you enjoy that one, sir? I think so. And Grosser decides to take things into his own hands. You're in trouble. 3-point game. Tied game, 3 in a row for Germany. Germany are ready on the front court. Camper. 8 is Bohm. And 1 is Frome. Still more talk. I'm sure what they're speaking about. Maybe screening, where the blockers are getting in the face of, getting in the eye line, sorry, of the receivers. Hisses and boos. They're slowing everything down, the Russians, aren't they? Maybe there is a bit of sweat on the floor. Maybe they're just doing it to get into Gross's head. He's just patiently bouncing the ball. Oh, it wasn't sweat at all. It was a very, very agitated Igor Kluka. No idea what was said in that timeout, but no use in crying over spilt milk or water in this instance. Oh, I really want to know what that's about. He's back in the game. Just shows the pressure that surrounds big games like this, European Championship final, how they react. Look at that. Poor volunteers have got their work cut out now. Boom. It's pretty childish behaviour from Kluka. Round of applause for the ball girls for tidying up a mess. Interesting to see what happened there and what it was for. Anyway, let's see if Gross is distracted. No, he's not distracted. Mental toughness from Grosser, but just as tough from Martinique. That's world-class volleyball, because that is a thunderous serve from Grosser, but Martinique just absorbs it and stays firm in his arms, relaxed, and holds the ball into the target. Beautiful work from the libero. High-class stuff here. Boos all round. Cheers for an error. Might regret that one. Igor Kluka. Silly decision, really, isn't it? What did the bottle ever do to you? Ace! It might not be... Hang on, are we still alive? Hang on. Martinique, they know what he's doing. James Bond style, trying to go over the analysis desks. Great chase, all the same. That's thrown with an absolute whip of an arm across. He's losing his head, isn't he? Gianni knows that he's getting under the skin of the Russians, and he likes it. He likes it a lot. Substitution, no surprise. Bereshko, who I don't think has done a lot wrong in the last couple of days, was replaced earlier. Kluka's now out. Probably the best place for him. Oh, Germany. So good. But just wide of the mark again. The pipe attack has been a fantastic option for them. Bereshko comes in, does pretty well, gets a continuation, but Camper loving using Frome on that pipe. Sees it as a missed opportunity, but he'll have more. There's a long way to go in this, and really what Germany have to be aware of is that they've got Russia here. Whether the score's 14 or whether they make a mistake, they really have Russia where they want them, but that's 2 errors in a row, and that is costly. Kaliberda. So now maybe Russia are starting to put Germany under a bit of pressure, or maybe Germany are putting themselves under pressure. The riding system here. Grosser on the 10. Body weight carries him through the net, underneath the net. From Georgi Gross, he's fearsome, he's high, and there's absolutely no stopping him. Consistency, he's world class, but his consistency is going to be the key to whether he can put in a legendary performance here for Germany. And really, produce a massive upset with the German team. Russia bring the middle back in, great stuff, and you can tell they're struggling here because they're really forcing, trying to fire each other up. It's really forced, or trying to grab each other by the shirts, and when things are going well, you don't need to do that. It happens naturally. You just hug each other and you're all fired and you're all in the zone. Russia are not in the zone.
Sometimes the receive is perfect, the middle blocker, some coming. And now,
Еще раз,
Crowd are loving it. It's not the fairy tale that they would have wanted here, Poland. They went out early, but it's a volley nation, that's for sure. They love their volley. They retreated to Polish success in the 2014 World Championships, where they won on home soil, but this time it was not for them. Passes off the net, no middle this time. Grosser's back in the game. Kills one angle, chews one off the block down the line. This consistency is keeping them in the game, but the challenge now for Camper is trying to use all of his options and keep them all interested and try not to overuse Grosser, because the problem is now, as we go through this game, what you don't need from Georgi Grosser is for him to run out of steam, but he won't when Camper sends an absolute ripper. Martinuk swings his arms at it. There's no platform there. Deflects it well and truly into the stands. Head in shirt time. As I was saying, Germany have Russia here. That's for sure. They're playing with more confidence. Scores, they're close, 17-all. But they really do have them where they want them. Russia are uncomfortable out there. They're getting pushed closer than they have done all competition. Germany have been in these situations time and time again. Karlov net touch somewhere. It's against Grosser, I think. He says, yep. Guilty as charged officer. Yeah, there you go, on the way down. Number 9 getting stuck in the net. As much as Grosser is really serving well, so is Volkov. 7 for Russia. The passing unit of Germany have to stay together. That's a great start. Middle's back in, and I just don't know what to say about this young man. I really don't. He has been unstoppable the last 2 days. 19 years old. He has full trust of Gianni to go out there and do a world-class job. He is doing more than that. Touch off the block, goes flying out the back. It's just some constant problems with screening on the jump serve. What you'll find screening is when the blockers get in the face or try and get in the eye line of the passers, because the ball's coming so quick. It's a great swing from Mihailov, isn't it? The ball's coming so quick that if you can get in the way of their eyes, it's so difficult to track the ball, because passers want to see the toss of the ball and they want to see the wrist of the server. If there's someone stood in front of you, it's impossible to do that. Oh, Grosser stands up loud and proud. He is on absolute flames here. Grankin is puzzled and he's worried. Zimmerman comes in, Crick comes out, high fives from his coach. Zimmerman's coming, I think, to serve, but Grosser, how can you stop him when he is in this mood? Flying here in Krakow. Eye for an eye, though. Karlov is not someone who backs down from a challenge. 2-2 from him. Feisty swing from the Russian. He's got an Olympic gold medal in his cupboard. We all know how effective he was during that competition. It's now Mikhailov to serve. This is huge in the context of the game. If Germany can get Mikhailov off the baseline quick, they're going to be in with an absolute shout within this game, but doesn't look like it's going to happen. Pancake again from Kamper. Russia look for the decision, but they haven't got it. Chance to go back to Mikhailov. Shut down! That's a huge point, and it's a massive block from Germany. Bohm is up, he's fierce. Not only did they win the point, oh, that one might have gone down as well. If there's a challenge, this could spin back on its head again. Is there a challenge against Kamper? Potentially there should be. No, there's no challenge. Big time of the game because Grosser and Mikhailov have both just served, and they've missed an opportunity to really enforce themselves on this set at a really key time. Berejko also has a weapon of a serve. No hiding place for Germany in here in Krakow. It's a soft serve chance now. Bohm has been plucked off the foot, but reactions are slow from the Russians. Kill for Germany, kill for Bohm, big time. Good link between him and Kamper. As we said before, they've been playing together for a very, very long time. Next up. Frome. What have you got in the tank? He's got an absolute rasper, but there's a wipe off the block from Volkov. Great pass under pressure. It's not in system, it wasn't perfect, but good enough. Specialist server, Maxim Zhigalov, comes in, especially to serve the ball at such a high pressure time. It's a great serve, but it's just long. No, it's not. It's dropped in. Hang on. Surely there must be a challenge here. From where I'm sat, that looked like it was long. We're going to have a little bit of a better view, but if this has gone in, unbelievable from Zhigalov. I was sure that had gone long from the original picture. He's come on at a key time, and he's opened up a 2-point lead for Russia. It's a big play at a big time. Great decision from Shlapliknikov, the coach. Side out is what's being called from coach Gianni. He's called the timeout just to disrupt the rhythm of the server again, something we see all the time when the big units are behind the baseline. Look at that, loves it, Volkov, doesn't he? Big game players, all of these. They've had everything their own way, Russia. They've been so impressive until tonight. Can he do it again? Zhigalov with the left hand, serving big ace. They're out of system again. It's another fantastic serve from the Russian. Grosser hitting from way downtown, but he's dug. It's good defense. Sat up and read it delightfully well, the Russian. Agile stuff from Grosser this time. All at sea here, Germany, but block out. They get a little bit lucky, but they also play some very good, persistent defense ball at key times. It's not always going to be pretty from both teams throughout this stage. There's a lot of nerves. Just off the right hand of the middle blocker. Hirscher, specialist substitution, coming in again. Can he match Zhigalov? If he does, he's not going to have a chance. Smart stuff from Russia. Very good from Shlapliknikov, the coach. He's done this before to Hirscher. They bring a specialist server in. If he misses the serve, it's set point for Russia. Huge. It's the difference between tying up the game and being 2 set points down. The head coach of Russia knows that, and he wants to slow down and say, hey, Germany, we're in charge here. It's time for you to go and have a stand over there and be scared. Russians are having a great time. Hirscher. This is your chance. You need to try and get Russia at least out of system throughout this stage of the game. It's a great serve, he gets it in, but Martinique passes wonderfully. Fantastic reactions from Grosser and Camper. They stay alive, Germany, but they go back to the outside. Off the block of Camper. Good decision to go to your main weapon against a smaller block of Camper. Very good from Russia. They go 24-22. Grosser is just playing a selfless game of volleyball, making digs and points, celebrating everybody else's success as well. Smart play, great setting. You always know Camper's on the front court. When you need one, you're going to go to the outside. Weakest blocker in the team. Set point to go 2-1 up here for Russia. Pass is strong. Can they get the middle? And there is no outside, so they have to go to the middle. Chance for Russia to go 2-1 up. Mikhailov takes it for Russia. 2-1. They know where to go when they need one, the Russians. 2-1, they go into the lead. 25-22. There's a long way left in this one, though. Do not go anywhere. Germany, Grosser, Camper, Rome, Crick, they're right in this game. But, again, like the first set, when the pressure was on, Grosser really did stand up, as did Volkov. There's some stats, 4 aces from Germany, still going for it. They made a lot of service errors at the start of the set, didn't they? But they got right back into the game when they did start nailing their serves. The reception was vulnerable from Russia. 10 errors from Germany in that set. That's crazy. 10 errors, quite a few service errors to start with. I think 4 or 5, maybe 6 early on. As we have a look at some highlights, this game just gets better and better. Well, we go into the 4th set with it all to play for. It's been a phenomenal final, a great advert for European volleyball. That's goes without saying. Don't know how the players are feeling as we go into a 4th. Tired, exhausted. Certainly, I'm feeling that from the commentary position. 25-22, Russia took the 3rd. Can you just have a feeling now that they're going to have to go to Grosser more often on the opposite. Keep feeding their big gun to see if he can guide them through. But again, it's how much gas is he going to have in the tank? Russia just showing how strong they are. Butko starting again on the outside. Mikhailov starting opposite. Double touch called against the Germans. Camper is starting. He's just having a little quiz with the referee, having a little chat. huge time in this game. Brezhko stays on. No surprise that Kalika, after having a main strop, is out the game for the moment. There you go. He's back, isn't he? Don't need to worry about Tobias Crook. He is just going to keep on trucking throughout this game, just keep scoring, whether it's in block or D. They go straight away to Grosser. They've got 3 defending the angle. And anything that's just passed over the net is just going to be dealt with by the big teenager. Camper, serving for Germany. It was a good touch. Game slowed down. Zenger gets the ball in, and then they just run it across the face of the net to Grosser, who does the rest. Very good work in the block to slow the game down from the German blockers. Gave Zenger a chance to really whip that ball into 3, and then they just ran the ball across the face of the net, making it very difficult for the blockers. And because they made it difficult with the blockers with the pace and the distance that they ran the game, it meant that Grosser could get the tool on the block. Struggle town for the Russian libero. Good D. Call is from Frome, and that could be a phenomenal set, but it's too central, so there's a little bit of indecision from Germany. Second chance for Kaliberda. That's exactly how Germany needed to start the third. Brezhko, Volvic struggling to keep up here. Mihailovic from the left side, not as effective as he is on the right. We all know that. Camper is having a great time pulling the strings of the German attack. Good call, well tracked from the Russians. Libero is still Golubev. Oh, some overhand received from Frome, and if you look at his face, he's as surprised as anybody. He's almost there too early, his knees underneath the ball. It's almost like a deep dish scoop to the setter. And then Grosser just comes around the back and polishes it off. Delightful stuff from the Germans. They're playing freely, and they're right in the mix here. Bukko can't set the ball now, he's coming for Grankin. Mihailov can hit the ball though, we all know that, but it's long. Is there a touch? Big decision for the referee. If not, I think this might go to challenge. I think there's a look in the face of that man that potentially tells us that he knows there's no touch, but oh, is there off the index finger? If there's a challenge, there's going to be a guilty plea from the Germans for sure. Again, now that there's challenges involved, doesn't make it worth admitting to anything. Touch is called, Mikhailov gets the point, Germany don't. Another overhand receive on the pipe. Yet again, Kaliberda rains down pain on the Russians. So successful through the pipe attack all evening. They're all stacking on the outside. The big man takes the block. Good work from Crick, just proving he's not just a point scorer. He's disciplined, he's on time every time. So when that pipe ball's there, he's taken the middle blocker. Kaliberda comes flying through and he takes the point easy. Touch off Camper. Great work from Mikhailov. Scoring points, Mikhailov here in Krakow. This is an absolute roller coaster of a game. I'm not ready for it to come to an end yet. Back set, we said at the start that Grosser was going to get set thousands of balls within the closing stage of this one. They know they have to keep using him. He's the point scorer. They go to the middle. Bohm is shut down from his opposite number. No real big celebrations, no sweat from the Russian. He went very late. Kirkev. Got long old arms. Caliberda passes the ball straight up out of system. Grosser is set again, is getting set almost every other ball. 3 in the block though, good enough to distract Volkov. Is he looking for a touch? Shrug of the shoulders. Says no touch. Brezhko. Grosser. They need a ripper from him, it's long. It's another point scoring opportunity really when Grosser is at the back line. Again, when you are going so high risk for reward, it's a balance thing. Time for Volkov to have a rip as well. That's a much better serve than Grosser's. It is in court and they're struggling. Great wipe. He knows that the shadow's over the top of him for him, so he just hits up and off the top of the block. 2. This time, Bohm and Camper team up to make another block for Germany. They're hanging on in there. That's the easiest thing. Great closing position from Camper. Inside hand really does press into the face of the attacker. In system, Russia, they go back to the middle, 1-on-1, boom, 2 blocks in a row for Germany. They lead at the technical timeout. Pristine stuff from Camper in the block, and they're backed up by Marcus Bohm. Struggles again for Russia. Many people's favourites, they're not having all their own way. They lead 2-1, but 8-6 down at this first technical. Martinique passing, well, Caliberda, 22%, main receiver. And it just shows how fearsome the service pressure is out here. Which way will this one go? Will we have 2 5-setters in these medal games? Certainly wouldn't surprise me. It's another rasper from the baseline. Goes back to the opposite. Karlovic fires high and wide. The link with the setter maybe with VĐ isn't quite as strong with Grankin. Ball just dropping inside the hitting window. They're challenging again. Or are they not? No, they're not. My mistake. I thought that the music in the background and the slow clap from the fans. Frome is doing well here for Germany. He's serving them into contention. More, well, not sloppy passing. It's a great serve. Chance on the free ball. They use the pipe again. It's been so successful, but this time it misses out from Germany. Did work. I think the middle did the job. I think potentially now it's maybe going to be obvious for the Russians. 2-point game. Volvic goes out, Vlasov comes in. No way. Overpass is almost good enough to get a winner, but it's some pancake from the Russia. They stay focused, they stay calm, they feed Mihailov the ball in transition, they get rewarded. They're almost very lucky there, Germany. Tooled off the hands of Caliberda. Sloppy overpassing. It's going to be a game of inches as we hit the closing stages. Germany, they have to do the simple things well. More overpassing. Camper, phenomenal. He's at full stretch, one-handed set to the outside. Just because the pass is far too tight, he can't get two on it. He flicks it to the outside. Caliberda does the rest. Good passing from Russia. They can't use the middle, but they go to the outside. Brejko can only find the block second time. That's some angle. Welcome back to the game. Mr. Vlasov just coming in on an angle, steering it sharp away from the defense. Passes straight up, under pressure again. Camper spritz the play to the temple. Grosser, no way. Camper and Grosser are starting to fire it up again for Germany. That set, almost 8 meters. It's not even on the front court. Grosser's coming through on the 10. It has to be good from Camper to get Grosser in the game from there. It's explicit from the setter that's backed up with an ace. Camper again. Just like we saw yesterday. When his side need him, he really does stand up, the captain. Volkov, the peacock of the Russian team, is not showing his feathers out there anymore. Back to the outside, Mikhailov is dug. Zenger does very well to hold still. Tips strong, now they're scrambling around Russia. It's a free ball. Chances they use the pipe, I think they're going to Grosser. They do go to Grosser. Germany, Camper has to take the ball, so someone has to take responsibility for the set. Goes back outside Caliberda with a tip. More scrambling for Russia, but surely this should be their point now. No, two in the blocks, maybe a lift. They're trying to call it. Some rally this one, and it's the youngster that really does come to the party. There's the fans with his name on the German flag. Super proud of maybe their future star. Everything they've asked of the 19-year-old tonight, he's delivered on, Crick. He's been outstanding. Gianni, could you imagine, Gianni, if Germany win this? I have no idea what would happen. 3 to Germany, 13-9. Frustration in the Russian camp. They expect more. Volcic, this is big from Volcic. He looks straight at Volkov. He's having an absolute paddy there. He's frustrated. The pressure's getting on him. Maybe his ego's been a little bit pushed here. But Volcic is saying, hey, calm down, keep your head. The more that they start to lose it, the more that you fancy that Germany can do this. Dispatch from Mikhailov. We all know he likes hitting from the right more than the left. 5-point game. Hits the ball well outside that right shoulder. Misses the sideline by an absolute mile. Surely the chances are here we are going to 5. Some changes coming in. Zagalov comes back in. Mikhailov is taking a rest. Let's have a look at how they set up here, because Mikhailov is on the front court, so maybe they're giving him a rest. This goes to 5. They're going to need their main weapon through position 2. It's not because the setter's front court, that's for sure. He's talking to Grankin, though. I think they're speaking about rotation, where Grankin is as a backcourt setter. Zagalov is out at 4, the left-hander. Stretching, trying to warm up, trying to get himself mentally engaged into this game. It's very difficult coming into a game of volleyball off the bench, especially when the pressure's on. Kamper. That breaking play did not slow him down at all. Volkov can only overpass, another chance, and it's taken. And look who it is again, it's Tobias Krick. He is in a different airspace, the young German, and he is making Russia look ordinary. Kamper yet again, this has been some run from the German captain. Well off the net. The set's tight, it's very well dealt with from Breshko. He knows that wasn't the best set. But he can be proud. Oh no, sorry, my mistake. I think I've missed maybe a net touch there. Yes, against Breshko, my mistake. We go to the technical timeouts. That's why he's frustrated. I thought it was just because he had a bit of a sloppy set. It was because of the tight set that there was a net touch, obviously. Germany go into the technical timeout 16-9. But we go into a fifth here. Russia hadn't lost a set in the entire competition. But Gianni, the leader of men, he did it with Slovenia. Did the impossible with them. Got them to finals, got them up higher in World League than they'd ever seen before. He's now starting to do it with Germany. They haven't qualified for the World Championships next year, so this is huge for them. Grosser, how much gas has he got left in the tank? There's no way that he's coming off. Any more twists in this one? Are we going to 5? Are Russia going to bring this one back? Grace Kamper, mental toughness. Now he's got to make the dig. He does, and Grosser again to score. There's a net touch against Russia. Ill discipline is creeping in. Berezhko is starting to get frustrated, as is Volkov. Russia, you very rarely see them this far down in a game. They have no answers. 17-9, Kamper, world class at this moment. He did it yesterday, went on a service run that more or less got Germany back in the game against Serbia. I've cursed him, sorry Mr. Kamper. Pass from Calibrator is really, really good. Kamper feeds him the ball back, pushes the block one way, drags him back the other. Takes him straight to Tall Town, Calibrator. It's not a happy face, is it? Unhappy coach. Germany have never won a European champs. Grankin. Oh! When they do get the pass into a fairly good area, Grankin uses the middle. I'm unsure whether that's the right decision. And all he does is he puts Vlasov underneath a bus, a 19-year-old bus. The same, Calibrator misses that one. Hold on tight, ladies and gentlemen, the best of this is yet to come. Thoroughly hope that you're enjoying this. Vlasov, jump float serve, quick, pingy, overhand defense is good. Goes back to Grosser, scores. Grosser. We said you're already world class, but you need a legendary performance, and at the moment, this is exactly what's happening, scoring every single time he touches the ball. More jump floats, this time from Germany. Grankin, fantastic set. Back to Ziglikov. Got big shoes to fill when you come in for Mikhailov, but he's doing well. It's different to have a southpaw out there. Can take the ball a little bit earlier. Zimmerman is in for the young man, Crick, who has been unstoppable. Out of system. Goes back to the outside, 3 in the block. Again, Germany, Bohm, the experienced customer. How important has he been to Germany's success in the last 2 days? Struggling a little bit against Serbia, 2-0 down. It's not him who makes the block, it's Grosser. But he has really worked hard in the German block. Grosser again gets another point. It'd be scary to see how many he's totaled up this evening. Trading will not be enough for Russia in this game. Timeout. Damage has already been done. Quiet around Krakow. Are we going to witness a huge upset in this European Championship? Rockets again from Grossi, just relentless. No! 3 in the block again. 2 big blocks in a row. That's Frome, 22-12. Russia are well in control. Lights out, bang you straight out. Zigalov is shut down again. This time, it's Frome's time. Grosser can only go into the net, but he said sorry. He has nothing to be sorry for, Grosser. He is seen him have some unbelievable games within the sport, but this is really Grosser playing at his best. Overpass, it's some serve from Volkov. They have a chance here, Russia, and really what they're building towards now, Russia, is trying to get confidence for the next set, but there's no confidence to be had when you're letting Bohm just smuggle the ball through, just slide it through the block with the tip. Defensive, well, the defense maybe gone a little bit to sleep there. Grosser is in charge. Gianni is in charge of this game. This would surely be one of the biggest achievements of his career, even though he's won World Championships, European Championships as a player, as a coach, bringing Germany maybe to their first ever gold in the European Champs would be unbelievable. Frome, overpass, no, he's just tight to the net. That's steep, humongous stuff from Kirkev. Frome is off, job's been done from him. Shot, once again, is in more for reception than he is for anything else. He's straight in, it's tight. Again, Camper goes after one with one hand, as does Caliberda. Good service pressure from Russia. Everything they do now is going to send a message to Germany. Germany are either going to win this set. You'd think they'd win this set. Maybe I'll be wrong. But they can send a message. They can show Germany that they're right in this game psychologically and they're hungry for it, or they can go to sleep and let the Germans have it. That's a message. Grankin knows there's no block there. They know that the German blocker is hugging the post. Post hugging means no block. Gift for Grankin. Just sloppy here from Germany. They've just lost 2 in a row. Okay, 2 ways you can look at that. That's not Germany winning the point, that's Russia losing it. So Hirscher comes on to serve the set. Fist bumps all around. Happy German camp. We are going to 5. That's almost 100% sure. 2 5-setters in one day. Cannot ask for any better Final Four than this. It's been so good. Hirscher again does his job, just comes on under pressure and serves the ball in at high speed and high pressure. Grankin looks to go on to again, this time he finds the block, good cover from Russia. Smuggle through from Grankin, another point scored by the Russian captain, no noise. Out of system. Grosser to send it to 5. Oh, off the shoulder, out of play. It's that man again. Georgi Grosser sends us into a 5th and final deciding set. The Russians hadn't lost one all week. Now they've lost 2. Germany 2, Russia 2. We are going to a 5th here. 25-17. It's an absolute battering as well. Grosser and co really did come back. Russia, well, they're stropping. Their body language is poor. They're falling apart. And there's a little bit of blame on each other. Set 4 stats. 13-7 in the attacks. High on the errors again, Germany, but they are going full out. 5 blocks for Germany. God, that's massive in the context of a game. Remember, 25 points, to get 5 of them through the blocking column is big. Thoroughly enjoyable gold medal game here in Poland. We are going to have a look at some highlights from what's, well, it's a game that's exhausting just to watch. So entertaining. Grosser has taken it into his own hands with Camper. Backed up marvellously from the fellow Germans. Let's have a look at some highlights. Right, here we go, set 5, race to 15. If you're sat on your couch, put your seatbelt on. It's been an unbelievable ride so far. Germany took the last one, 25-17. What entertainment this is for a Sunday. Camper keeps his place. You wouldn't expect too many changes, would you, from Germany? Oh, Glucker's back on. Maybe he's been forgiven for his little outburst earlier when decided to throw the bottle of water at the floor. Had a little strop. Anyway. We got 21 for Germany. It's Crick, of course he's still in, he's been outstanding. Froome is still on. Grosser, you're not going to sub him off, are you? Camper. Zenger. Caliberda, same team throughout. So funny, Butko starting in front of Grankin. Taking his trust out of his first choice setter. Middle's in straight away, good work. Fired up, Volvic. Gonna have to keep giving him ball. He's been a Bit of a leader out there for the Russians this evening, that's for sure. Without him, they would be struggling. 15 points for gold. Germany never won a European Championship. Russia have won their fair share of 13. Outside, frames in, maybe there's a lift there. No, it's not off the palm of the hand. Back to Camper, in the middle. Oh, gross. Klutka. Just like he did to that bottle of water, fires the ball into the floor. This time it's off Grosser's block. Looks straight at the bench. Look at those eyes. Big stares, daggers. Oh! Unbelievable. Tobias Crick has really impressed this evening. On time, every time. Hitting different angles. This time, straight down Five's throat. Nothing the middleman, Volfic, could do about that one. The berry's in. Crick goes back to serve. Russia need one here. They take one. No, they don't. They go long. They try and bring the middle in again. Kirkev. High and wide. It's not quite gelling, is it? Referee's having to take charge. There's a challenge, that's why. Chance for coaches to get messages onto the court. Shalapnikov, no touch on that one, it is out. Trying to get a message to his players, the head coach of Russia. Bohm, it was pretty close, you can see why they've challenged it, but doesn't matter. Let's get back to the action. Tobias Crick, the 19-year-old, 2 meters 11, it's a height. Flat serve, is that an ace? Has it hit the floor? The crowd thinks so. Russia don't, but that one has! Grosser does make the ball ping to the floor. He's breaking Russian hearts. It's him and Bohm in the block. It is Bohm, my mistake. He's also breaking Russian hearts. Kruk again in struggle town. 2 blocks in a row for Germany. Surely the tide has well and truly turned, and Germany are in charge here in Krakow. Grosser and Bohm are causing all sorts of problems. Russia are in struggle town. They have no answer. The service pressure, the flat, punchy float server Crick. No way has he just made the defense as well. Stop it. Back to Grosser to score 3 in a row. Now he goes for the roll shot. Easy pickings in the middle of the court. They're expecting it to come harder. He takes the pace off the ball. Blocks drifting everywhere. Libero's late to the scene. Germany are going to be hard to stop. They have a bit between their teeth, don't they? Unbelievable comeback. Timeout called. 5 in a row. Schoolboy stuff to lose 5 in a row. It's not what you see, surely, in the European Championship final. Not from Russia. Angry man. Igor Kaluka. He's fumbling the pass as well. Gets away with it, doesn't he? It's a good decision. He doesn't really have any other choice. Looking for the wipe off the block here. Look how seriously, how agitated he is. Oh, it's a big gamble to have him on the court because I think he's going to erupt, but I don't think Russia have much other option. Someone's going to have to put a lead on him. Maybe time to the post to stop him getting in trouble. It's going to be a liability, that man, throughout this closing stages. Grosser. Maybe now they look for a touch. No, no touch. Back to 5-4. Tension is so high. Mikhailov. the big man. He's seen everything before. He's been in these situations countless times. That's why he can rip a serve like that under pressure. Grosser for the umpteenth millionth time of this game. They're going to have to calm down a little bit here, Germany. Both teams they've dropped their level. There's more mistakes. The emotions are riding high, and when the emotion's so high, you stop thinking quite as clearly. You're a bit more tense in everything you do, your movements, your arm swing. Perfect reception from Caliberda. Frome does the rest. They know the setter again. Butker's on the front court. They're going to keep pushing that ball outside to keep putting pressure on the block of the setter. That's good from Frome. He loves that, doesn't he? We've seen it all week long. Just loves tooling off the block. Middle's a little bit slow. Mihailov is a threat. Who is going to be more consistent? Mihailov or Grosser? There's your two, in my opinion. They're your match winners. They're the ones to watch through here. Good serve from Gluka. Oh, the serve's backed up with an audacious block. We've seen him wipe throughout the week. As we've just said, there's no wiping Volvic there. He knows that he has to do his job as a middle, and that's as soon as he knows the middle's not getting set, he has to get to the outside positions and support his outside blockers. Good work, but the backup serve from Kaluka is loose. Seven all. Winner of this point will change in front. Frome, that's a good serve. Kaluka's well back in his boots, so it's been quiet. Number 7, the main point scorer. Volkov, he has to set that one. Mikhailov goes out the back. Germany at the change, 8-7. They're edging closer to making history. First ever final of the European Championships. Can they upset all the odds and beat this fancy Russian team who have not dropped a set all week? Gianni really has done wonders with this team. They're close-knit, they believe in each other. Now on absolute fire here. You would think Germany have nothing to lose here. They've got themselves now into a situation where they obviously have got something to lose, but if they look at this before the game, it's all Russia's to lose. The big stars, the big egos. Volkov on the outside just chips away, well read from Zenger. There's a chance here, but 3 in the block again. Camper, not the biggest. That's a big shadow cast over the top of him. I don't want to see this, Germany. Oh, not from Grosser. This would be tragic. But something tells me he's not leaving this game. Big games like these are meant for players like Georgi Grosser. It's been outstanding. Saying he needs to be consistent to be legendary, and this is almost a legendary performance that he's putting in. Frome is out, shot is in, more for reception reasons yet again. Tied at 2s. Kirkev, what have you got behind the service line? He's got a jump float, it's a punchy one. Zenger does well, it's in a perfect spot. Middle's in through Bohm, chance for Russia now, and transition on the outside, block and out. Volkov. When we're talking about big players turning up at big times, that's one man that you will not see Russia substitute throughout this stage of the game. He will see quite a lot of the ball. The setter will split it between him and Mikhailov for sure. Mikhailov on the 10. Volkov at 4. That's a good rotation for them. In a minute, they're both front court. That's scary for Russia. But that is also scary for Russia. Grosser again, high, through the ball, aggressive, no fear. Not one bit of him there is worried about making a mistake. Hirscher is on to serve. He has delivered every single time throughout this. I don't want to curse him out too much, but he has showed big character throughout. It's a team effort, this game, and Hirscher as a specialist server has been impressive so far. Is that an ace? They might challenge it. It's missed by a whisker. Have they challenged it? I think they have, you know. Gianni fancies his chances. He also knows he's running out of time. That is out. Gianni knows he's running out of some time with this. There's not long left in this game, so he's going to throw everything he's got at trying to win it. Bone's back in. Well, actually, the libero's back in. Zinger. Oh, timeout Germany. Gamesmanship from Gianni. 1 point game for gold here in the CV European Championships. Shot is in to receive. Interesting to see if Bone gets back on the court. You'd think so. You'd think there's enough room left in this for Bone to still have an influence. Final stages of what has been a classic. Camper really has led this German team as well. 10-9. In system. Grosser off the block, but they're going to have a chance to go too clear here, Russia. Where are they going? They're going straight to Mikhailov on the opposite. Score for Russia. They go straight to the danger man. They've got a very good front line here, Russia, and I think that's going to be the difference. Their big guns are both on the front court when they need them. Not only in offense, but also in the block. Mikhailov and Volkov as well. Chasing after this one, Camper, struggling. Germany, what have they got left? Surely it goes out again to Volkov. He scores. Russia are getting closer. 12-9, Germany. Are falling away here, and it's just for me, the rotation is set completely right for Russia at the right time. Two big guns, exactly where you want them. Second time out, calmness from Gianni. Whatever happens, he'll be a hero this evening, because Germany have been unbelievable for large portions of this game. Is there one final twist? Mikhailov is really coming out of his shell again. Lots of experience from these Russian guys. They've been here many times before. They last won this European Championship 2013. Great timeout from Gianni. Shoulders hurting a little bit. Butko, is he going to be subbed off? No, he's okay. Bit of drama from Russia. This is good for Germany. Camper. It's exactly who you'd want behind the service line at this time, and it's a good serve. They're out of system, no middle, so two in the block at least. Camper again with the defense. He shouts, go! He wants his players after it. Grosser! Great cover again from Zenger. It goes back to Grosser, but it's an overset. Surely this has got to go Russia's way. Big thudding blow from Volkov. 3-point game now. They're hustling for everything, Germany. but it's just not enough. Russia are proving too strong at crush times, at clinical times. He has got a little bit of a shoulder problem. If it hurts that much, I'm sure he'll get subbed out. Brejko is out. Pitko is in. Back to the outside. Grosser this time from the left. Chance to bring up match point for Russia, but no. They're still in this game. Chest bumps all round. Grosser's left hand is strong. Denies Mikhailov, and that's a great matchup. Maybe leaving Grosser out there with Crick to put two big guys on Mikhailov to try and stop him. Might be something that has to work here in their block defense. Timeout from Russia. There can't be another twist in this tale, surely. Grosser isn't at the service line for a little while yet. Camper has just been round. So two of their big servers have gone. I think Mikhailov has got to go back to the service line soon, as has Volkov, two of the main weapons. Pressure is on. Russia is smiling. They think they've got this, but there's something that we've learned about this German team, is they just don't know when they're done, when they're dead and buried. Caliberda wearing 6. He served well throughout the second half of this match. Can he put this Russian passing unit under the same pressure as what they've experienced for the last half an hour, 40 minutes? Great serve, is it in? The line judge has given it in. Russia are sure that it's out. They're going to have to challenge it. Huge play for this. Caliberda absolutely rinses that and it's in. Challenge it all you like, Russia. There is even no challenge. 12-13, Caliberda. They need him to fire up again, Germany. They do. It goes straight to Volkov, but the pass is excellent. Mikhailov fires in as well. Match point, Russia. Great play from Mikhailov. Big players come to the party at big times. He has delivered in every way, shape and form. Zigulov comes in, I think, to serve as the rotation goes round. Yes. The southpaw serving for the European Championship. He has had a stressful day. Mr. Shlebnikov. Serving for the match, Russia in the net. Oh, wow, drama is just relentless here. Volvic comes back into the game. He will be liberoed straight out, though, so still Golubev. Crick has gone out. Zimmerman has come in, and he's serving to stay in the game. It's match point, gold medal point for Russia. Zimmerman, the service substitution, is coming in to jump float. It's a good serve, received high from Russia. It goes straight to Mikhailov. There you go, Russia win gold. It's Mikhailov who really does finish the game well for Russia. It's a big swing on the right side. Russia celebrating hard here. Germany were fantastic throughout. They will be absolutely devastated. But Russia, big players at big times, come to the game. And throughout that last set, Mikhailov was absolutely phenomenal. Almost tears for Crick, as you can see in that German huddle. Something tells me this German team will be around for some time and they will be dangerous. Russia fans so happy. Russia win gold. That game will surely go down as a classic. Knows he's a lucky man, really. The Russian coach. That was too close for comfort. Russia yet to lose a set before this evening. Just shows that potentially, under the leadership of Gianni, this German team really fancy their chances against everyone. Camper, he'll be disappointed, but the captain will also be very, very proud. Russia win 25-19, 20-25, 25-22, 17-25, 15-13. Wow, what a competition. Frome played his part. Schott did very well off the bench as well. Zinger, the libero, can be very proud, and so can these three at the back. Zigulov came on many a time to replace Mikhailov, and the left-hander was exceptional throughout. It's Russia that win gold here in the European Championships. Grankin, the captain, making his way up the steps already. It's very, very quick for Grankin to go and accept the European Championship from the CEV. From Alexander Borisic, the CEV president. There you go, Russia are the European champions for 2017 here in Poland. They had it all their own way until the final, when they met a robust, strong German side underneath the leadership of Gianni. Russia take gold in Poland, their first championship from 2013. Grankin was instrumental himself, the captain. They are the gold medalists. So Russia, they take the gold. A very strong, historic volleyballing nation. Some people have written them off for some time, since the 2012 Olympics. And we can all tell they are far from done. Great performance from them throughout the week to not drop a set. Set 5 stats. Well, the set's the most important thing. Russia win 3-2, 9 attacks to Germany's 4. Probably shows that Germany weren't quite clinical enough when the pressure was on in those closing stages. And overall, more blocks from Germany, also more errors. More attacks from the Germans as well, so they were clinical throughout. They've just dropped the amount of attacks throughout that final set. The lights have gone off in Poland. It's all gone a bit dark. Grosser, 27 points. Phenomenal achievement from him. He can be very proud, as all of the Germans can be as well. So we're just waiting for the awards of the European Championship before we have individual awards as well, such as best blocker, setter. Poland really is a big home of volleyball alongside Brazil. You just can't think of nations that love their volleyball more. That was some show to open up the awards ceremony of the European Championships.
Europy w piłce siatkowej mężczyzn zorganizowała Polska Federacja, Polski Związek Piłki Siatkowej. The awarding and closing ceremony of the 2017 VĐ Eurovolley Poland organized by the Polish Volleyball Federation. Proszę Państwa, najpierw, bo jeszcze transmisja telewizyjna,
the officials giving our awards. from the CV for what was a fine European Championship. Poland certainly do not do these events by
8
half.
zawodników do drużyny marzeń na każdą siatkarską pozycję. 2 środkowych, 2 przyjmujących zagrywkę, atakującego, rozgrywającego i zawodnika na pozycję libero. Natomiast spośród wszystkich graczy, którzy brali udział w tym turnieju, zostanie przyznana uznaniowa nagroda dla wybitnego gracza, dla
MVP.
Kto tę nagrodę otrzyma,
Award for this event.
za momencik. Jeszcze chwilka cierpliwości.
Alongside some individual awards, the athletes who produce the best individual skills in different areas, for example spiker
w całej Europie
or
i w
passer.
Brazylii też zasłużyli sobie na to, żeby zobaczyć, kto otrzyma nagrody za turniej
There is
Mistrzostw
the
Europy.
European Championship trophy that will be lifted by Russia for the first time since 2013. A European powerhouse. They've been exceptional all week, but Germany did turn up for this final and made it an absolute battle in Krakow.
No to proszę Państwa, zaczynamy od nagród indywidualnych. Next is the presentation of the awards for 8 players who have been selected to be part of the Dream Team.
The Dream Team up
Zaczynamy
first.
od przyjmujących. Ladies and gentlemen, the award for the outside spiker will be presented by Mr. Jacek Sęk, Polish Volleyball Federation Vice President, Mr. Hanno Pevkur, CV Vice President.
So the first players of the Dream Team to be announced will be the outside spikers.
A pierwszą
Could be one of
nagrodę
many, couldn't it? Two of many.
reprezentacji Niemiec, numer 6 na koszulce, Denis Kaliberda.
Kaliberda is part of the Dream Team. The German number 6 has been so impressive. It's a proud moment for the German wing spiker, rewarded for his hard work in reception, but also in his spiking. He's fought off some very, very good players to be part of the Dream Team. And not forgetting how well has he served throughout the last 2 days, almost tears in his eyes of pride. Germany, the underdogs of this event, but they have been phenomenal.
Przyjmującego. Tutaj nagrody wręczą pan Paweł Wachowiak, wiceprezydent Polskiej Federacji, oraz Mr. Michel Everard, CV Board of Administration Member. The player selected in the Dream Team as the outside spiker, the number 7 from Russia, Dmitry Volkov.
No surprises. Volkov in the Dream Team, constantly a top scorer. No place for any of the Serbians. Kovacevic may feel a little bit left out, but you can't take a place off of either of these two. Kaliberda from the service line. He's been so, so good, but this man in the picture, without him being so clinical, I don't think Russia would have won this competition. Sound's gone here in Krakow.
Musiało nastąpić jakieś przesilenie. Proszę Państwa, czas na środkowych bloku. Middle blocker. Dla pierwszego z nich nagrodę wręczy pani Katarzyna
So the
Król,
Dream Team,
wiceprezydent miasta
2 of 8
Krakowa,
places.
a także
Sure they said
Mr.
8,
Helgi
which slightly confuses me. I think 7.
CV
I'd expect it would be
Board
7
of Administration Member.
with a libero, but let's see.
Ladies and gentlemen, the player selected in the Dream Team as the middle blocker is Srećko Lisinac, Serbia.
perfect. Lizenach has been on fire all week, and I just hope, I really do hope for the youngster from Germany, Kritsch, gets in the dream team too, because he's 19 and he has been as good as anybody out there. Lizenach does definitely deserve it. He's not only contributed very well in offense in the block, but also from the service line as well.
Ladies and gentlemen, the award for the middle blocker will be presented by Viceprezydent Miasta Katowice, pan Waldemar Bojarun, and Mrs. Banukan Szurman, CV Vice President. The player selected in the dream team as the middle blocker is player number 8, Team Germany, Markus Bene.
Marcus Burma gets in front of his teammate, and why not? Started on the bench against Serbia, but once he came on, he made such a difference to his team. Could be either one of those two middles for Germany, in my opinion, that make the dream team. Burma was selected as best blocker in the 2014 World Championship as well. Now he's got a best middle blocker at a European Champs as well.
Ladies and gentlemen, the award for the opposite spiker will be presented by...
This is huge. Who is going to make the dream team in the opposite position? This makes me excited, because Grosser, could it be? Or is it going to be Mikhailov? It's got to be one of the two, but it's a big decision. Not one that I personally would like to be in charge of. Let's find out.
As the opposite spiker, number 9, Team Germany, Georgi Grosser.
They're gone for Georgi Grosser in the dream team. And I think he has just edged it. Mikhailov was phenomenal under pressure at the closing stages of that final set. But Grosser really did lead the charge for Germany. Now, can you select Grosser without selecting Camper as the setter as well? There was 4 German players in the same team, too many. Best opposite spiker, Georgi Grosser. It's beaten Mikhailov.
Proszę Państwa, czas na najlepszego rozgrywającego do drużyny. The award for the setter will be presented by pani Edyta Szymańska, przedstawicielka Polkomtela tytularnego.
Potentially that Mikhailov could have the MVP overall. That's why there's 8 in the dream team. The MVP is also announced as part of the dream team. The setter, it's got to be Camper, or potentially, sorry, Grankin.
The setter is Sergei Grankin from Russia.
Yeah, Sergei Grankin. It's exceptional. The way that he speeds the game up even when his team are out of system. The way that he makes decisions and still links with his hitters in impossible, what seems like impossible areas of court. Happy days for him. He deserves it.
Szanowni Państwo, kolejna nagroda to Libero. The award for the Libero will be presented by pan Krzysztof Pruszyński, prezydent firmy Blachy Pruszyński, sponsora polskiej siatkówki, a także Mr. Eric Adler, CEV Board of Administration member.
The Barrow, the last but certainly not least important position of this dream team.
Player number 6 from Belgium, Lovies Fuer.
very, very good decision to include Belgian libero Louis Stewart. He's the libero of this dream team, made up of European superstars. Belgium can be so proud of the way that they fought back today after getting a trouncing from that strong Russian side. They really did compete hard against Serbia.
Nagrodę uznaniową, nagrodę MVP. MVP awards.
And next is the MVP. Surely Mihailov, maybe? Or is it going to be a surprise? And is it going to be the young German middle blocker? That's the wild card. You'd imagine it'd be Mikhailov, but let's find out.
MVP and final member of the dream team is Maxim Mikhailov, Russia.
It is Mikhailov. He enters the arena as the most valuable player. And how valuable is he? That last set, he really did take the game away from Germany. He upped his level when his team needed him to, as he has done so many times before. That's why he is the most valuable player within this competition. First name on the Russian team sheet. Maxim Mikhailov.
Szanowni Państwo, teraz chwila dla fotoreporterów.
Respect all round from these players. It's an elite club up on that stand. They are the CUV European Championship Dream Team of 2017.
Bardzo dziękujemy. Thank you very much. A za chwileczkę, proszę Państwa, rozpoczniemy ceremonię nagradzania medalami najlepszych drużyn tegorocznych mistrzostw. Ladies and gentlemen, now
The dream team leave the arena.
awarding ceremony of the medalist for the 2017 CV Lotto Eurovolley Poland in Kraków.
Now it's the official presentation, I think, where we welcome all of our medalists back into this main arena, the centre court. The CV European Championships 2017. Serbia lead the way. They will be disappointed that they were not gunning for gold today. But what was proven more than anything today was that Germany, and it wasn't a fluke, their win against Serbia yesterday. They almost went all the way against Russia in the final. They went closer than anybody else. Russia are the champions. They are situated in the centre of this medal ceremony, and then Germany, no matter what, in their first ever European Championship final, will leave as heroes.
Lotto i pan Lubor Halanda, wiceprezydent Europejskiej Konfederacji Siatkówki. No i trzecie miejsce, wszystko wiemy. Reprezentacja Serbii.
Confusion all round, but it's Serbia that take the bronze here in Poland. They'll be happy. Stankovic, the captain, first one to applaud the Polish fans, amongst the best in the world. They beat France. Earlier on, sorry. Belgium in the third and fourth today. Belgium will be disappointed that they're not in this medal ceremony, but they will take heart from their performance as well. Serbia bronze, they look happy with a medal. Look, smiles all around, all the same. And the coach, Nikola Grbić, legendary player within his country, now turning into a legendary man.
Oczywiście też okazjonalna patera za zajęcie trzeciego miejsca, to już dobra tradycja. I od Państwa jeszcze raz duże brawa dla Serbii.
Third place. Bronze medalists, Serbia.
Szanowni Państwo, czas na miejsce drugie. I tutaj nagrody wręczą pan Witold Bańka, minister sportu i turystyki, oraz wiceprezydent Europejskiej Konfederacji Piłki Siatkowej, pan Oskan Mutlugil. Będą to medale i pamiątkowa patera. Ladies and gentlemen, the silver medal goes to the team of Germany.
Germany are announced as the silver medalists in Krakow. They will leave here very proud of their achievements in what is their first Final Four. And they were so close to winning, led by that man, number 11, Lucas Kamper. He will be proud of his men. Tobias Krick next to collect a medal. The 19-year-old has turned so many heads within this competition. The leadership of Gianni has been outstanding from the outside looking in. There's a team of players that are really willing to go into battle for each other. Germany are very proud. Sometimes hard to hold in all that emotion of how far you come in a career in such a short period of time. It's very proud looking Tobias Krick, who has not let anyone down at all throughout.
Lars Weber, Lukas Kampa, Simon Hirsch, Moritz Karlicka, Julian Zengel, Jan Zimmermann,
Second place and silver.
Tobias Krick z trenerem
It's Germany. So proud, Gianni. Many of these moments as a player. Now he's making memories for himself and others as a coach, first with Slovenia, now with Germany.
Ladies and gentlemen, the gold medals of 2017 CV Lotto Eurovolley Poland will be presented by Mr. Jacek Kasprzyk, Polish Federation President, Mr. Renato Arena, CV Senior Vice President, and Mr. Stanisław Szewczenko, CV Vice President.
We all know what's happening now. The winner's just about to be officially announced. The GoPro is on certain individuals. The winners, the gold medalists, the CV European champions of 2017 here in Poland. It's Russia, undefeated throughout, only lost sets in a thrilling final. They are proving to be a dominant force again, or maybe, as they always have been, Proud moments for all of these players and the coaching staff. It's another medal from Mikhailov to add to his big cabinet. There he is, Mikhailov, the MVP of the whole competition, rightly so. Volkov wears his heart well and truly on his sleeve. As a crowd pleaser. But they didn't have anything their own way today. They worked hard for that victory. They worked hard for gold. Russia are our champions of Poland, the European Championships 2017. And final presentation of the trophy. Led by CV President Alexander Prosevich, presented to Sergei Grankin. Russia's name on the trophy for the 14th time, the first time since 2013. I'm sure Grankin is posing for photos, and he is eagerly anticipating lifting that trophy in the air and sharing a moment with his team. Here we go. It's Russia that are the gold medalists. As we stand for the national anthem of our European champions. Russia are our gold medalists of the CEV European Championship 2017. It's been an absolutely classic Final Four. The Russian-Germany final will long live in the memory of everybody watching this game. It's been a pleasure to broadcast to you from Krakow, and we are just going to leave you with some shots of what has been a fantastic event so far, and of our winners as well. Thank you very much, and good night from Krakow.
Najtrudniejszy czas, gdy los w swoich rękach masz. Pokonaj zwątpienie, bo kto pokona siebie, zwycięstwa czyni gest. walker.